Beanie Bishop is out, Skylar Thompson is in, and the Pittsburgh Steelers 2025 initial roster is here, and it's chock full of surprises. The Steelers' decision to waive Beanie Bishop has caught a lot of Steelers fans by surprise. But folks, we talked about it last week. You could see this one coming from a mile away. And it has very little to do with what Beanie Bishop did on the football field. A rookie UDFA, a local fan favorite from West Virginia, he was phenomenal in his limited reps as a starter in 2024. You flash forward to the preseason, he looks like he's continuing on that upward trajectory. So why is he no longer a member of the Pittsburgh Steelers? It's simply a numbers game. When the Steelers signed Brandon Eccles and then traded for Jalen Ramsey, they told you right then and there that it was going to be an uphill battle for Beanie Bishop to make this roster. They just simply are not going to carry 3 slot corners. And you might say, well, why not move him to safety? Why not move him to outside corner? The Pittsburgh Steelers have a certain criteria. They have a certain amount of measurables that they have to have their safeties and their outside corners hit, and Beanie Bishop simply doesn't hit those measurables. He will land on his feet. He will find a job elsewhere, but he is no longer a Pittsburgh Steeler. How about someone else who is no longer a Steeler? That's wide receiver Robert Woods. Unlike Bishop, completely unremarkable. I understand that this caught some media members by surprise, given that he was a veteran, that they paid him a decent contract, but he was invisible throughout the offseason. You go back all the way to OTAs, minicamp, training camp, preseason, you name it, Robert Woods was nowhere to be found. That decision seemed like an easy one for me. I know they only carry 5 wide receivers on their initial roster. Look for a potential Jacoby Myers trade. Look for them to scour the waiver wire for another name. A position they're definitely going to be scouring the waiver wire for, well, that would be safety, because one of the more surprising moves was that the Pittsburgh Steelers only carry 3 safeties on their initial roster. They decided to let go of Chuck Clark, who they just signed in training camp. I believe that there's a real chance that Chuck Clark is back, that they get through the waiver wire, and then they bring Chuck Clark back to Pittsburgh, because just carrying 3 safeties of Killebrew, Juan Thornhill, and Deshaun Elliott, that's not going to be enough. And how about the quarterback room? This idea that Skylar Thompson hadn't outplayed Mason Rudolph, that he wasn't the better of the 3 options at backup quarterback, the Pittsburgh Steelers just proved that to be false, because Skylar Thompson, he is sticking around. He is going to be in Pittsburgh, as is Mason Rudolph, as is Will Howard. But with Will Howard, it is believed that he is going to go to the IR, whether that be for a short period of time, whether that be for the full season, whether that be now or later. All of that has to be sorted out. But there are going to be 4 Pittsburgh Steelers quarterbacks in 2025. Those are your biggest takeaways, your biggest shocks, your biggest surprises from the Pittsburgh Steelers initial roster.